I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
There's a theme this week. Well, actually, there's more than one theme this week. Right, let's get it out in the open now. First theme, illness.
Oh, we got lots of that. Yeah.
Well, you have personally. I've got a house full of it, but I don't have it myself.
You've done well there. You're surrounded, but you haven't got it.
I suppose I should put a caveat on that and probably say yet.
That's probably realistic, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Whereas you are plagued up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, right, well, let's just tell everyone you are going to cough, and I'm not going to edit it out because I've not got the patience.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah, so
I can't do anything about it.
But there is a revelation as a result of your illness, which is as a byproduct of this revelation, my wallet survived another week. You're not drinking alcohol.
Not this evening, no.
Which I think is a mistake.
Yeah, but we've seen the results of illness and alcohol before, haven't we?
Well, we heard the results.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah.
A
lot of it didn't go out.
No, it's probably for the best.
Like an hour of it.
Yeah.
It was a whole other episode.
There was a whole other episode that would have been court cases galore.
Yeah, we'd never have survived that.
No. I was out with tree.
Yes.
I can't help but think just a little snifter of something quite strong might do you the world of good.
Yeah, I haven't got anything like that. Oh, that's not quite true. Well, no, not really.
What have you got?
The strongest. Well, I've got a bottle of red wine and I've got some Baileys downstairs.
Oh, not cream, you fucking lunatic.
Well, exactly. You see,
that's going to get all claggy.
That's no good. That's going to make matters worse.
Oh,
so,
dear.
No, I haven't done. I'm steered clear of that.
Oh, no. I'm talking top shelf stuff.
I don't. There might be some somewhere. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Hang on. Do I need?
I'm
to
not
check
a spirits drinker, really.
Do I need to check online, see if Dawn's online, message her, and go right? What have we got? I'm talking 20% plus here. Send it in. Put it in a mug.
She is on Discord. I think she's playing World of Warcraft at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe if I message her and she's on it, if she has a little break, she can.
Just don't poke the cage. Just leave it alone. It's all right.
Failing that, night nurse.
That's true. There is no. No.
Oh God, hang on. Before, should we clarify the medicine, not the role-playing game?
Yeah, I haven't got the strength for that. That would no.
I
can't be doing all that sort of thing. No, that would finish me off at the moment. I don't think we've got some out of date night nurse. That probably makes it even more potent. I would have thought.
I would say that's probably a tick in the plus column for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I just not on this one occasion?
Oh.
Although the bottle of red wine actually is in the room with me, so I don't have to go anywhere to get that. I could reach that without even leaving the seat.
Have you got a glass?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to be uncouth.
No. I'm not swigging straight from the bottle. Well, not that you would know, but
no, I wouldn't. I mean, I can't judge. I have done that.
Yeah. It has been known. Excuse me.
There it is. Yeah,
that's gonna happen.
But
there is no need this evening. I do have a glass. Yes, I do have.
Okay, good.
A stemmed glass. So
well done, you.
It'll be very civilized if I choose to have a little bit.
Okay. Well, I mean, you say civilized. I mean, you're coughing like a chain smoker, which is nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. Okay, so off the back of that,
I've got a bit of a Sid James thing going on. That's cool. That's classy. Yeah.
I do hope Phil gets that one. The other theme for the moment is the temperature.
It's been nippy out, isn't it?
Bloody cold. I mean, out. It's nippy in here.
Yeah. Well, I'm all right. in here because I've got a fairly small room. The door is closed, and I have a Mac Pro, which puts out more heat than the sun.
Yeah.
So I'm all right on that front.
Would you like me to describe my setting for this evening's
If
recording?
you like.
I'm in the garden room. It's fine.
You're in the what room? Sorry, you cut
Garden
in for a
room.
minute.
Garden room. Garden
Oh,
room.
that room. Yeah. I thought you just for a second you said I'm in the garden.
I'm definitely not in the
fool.
No, we're all right. However, it is chilly in here. I've got the 2 jumpers at the moment, and a fleece, and a scarf, and I'll be honest, I am in a sleeping bag.
That's painted a lovely picture for us.
It's warm in this sleeping bag. I am warm at present. That when we finish and I have to extract myself from the glorious sack, it's going to be unpleasant.
Yeah, that'll be a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's also good is this is my attire for work tomorrow as well.
Oh, what, the sleeping bag?
Yeah. I'm working at home tomorrow, so I am going to be, as the French would say, dans le sac.
Oh well, that again conjures up an image we could do without. But
yeah.
Well, whatever it is, mate. We've not got any heating in there.
Yeah, I'm not made of money. Come on.
Oh yeah, there is that. Yeah, it's true.
We got a smart meter, and it terrifies me.
Yeah, they are scary. Or especially at the moment. Yeah.
Honestly, I kid you not, we're averaging about £7 a day.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well,
it's madness.
We're all hugging our computers in this house, so try and keep the heating bills down a bit.
Yeah, so mine's on, but it's running really cool, which is, I mean, fantastic from a computer build point of view, but really not brilliant for warming
That's
up
true.
the room.
Your PC will be very happy with it. Yes.
Oh dear. Oh dear, it's me joining the party
that's
now.
you then, yeah, but you haven't got the. It's not the same.
It's not. No, I've not got the rasp.
No, the rattle.
So that's nice.
Yes, lovely. Yes.
How many minutes are we in? There were cars, weren't there?
We used to talk about cars now and then, cars and Bond films. Yeah,
I remember those.
Yeah, they're good. I watched a couple recently.
Yeah, I haven't. So I've
let the side down. You're lagging behind on that one. Yeah.
Oh, well, like I said, they're all. It's like it's plague-ridden indoors.
Yeah, no, I completely understand, but it's usually me who hasn't done the research this time. It's you.
That's it. It's just been. If we're not at work, I seem to be Florence Nightingale this week.
Oh, you want to what with the uniform and everything? I don't need to think about that. That's nice.
We're back at night nurse role playing again. Your dad's really going to enjoy that bit of this.
That's an episode for him here, right here. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's going to be thrilled that you can't muster any lunar activities.
You brought it up.
Yeah, I did. Twice. I'll tell you what. I just had I have got festive drinks this evening.
What you rocking?
Yeah, I know. We I promise I'll talk about cars in a minute. I've got a rant.
Of course you have.
I have got this evening. I've got the winteriest of all of the beers. I've got a plum porter, which is just delightful.
My word.
And I've got a Christmas porter, which is dark fruit and chocolate.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's proper. I'm chilly in my sleeping bag beer.
Yeah, that really is, isn't it? Has that got bits of soil floating in it?
Oh, I hope so. I tell you what, I'm swigging on the Christmas one at the moment, and it is fantastic.
Oh, but that's liquefied Christmas. Yes.
It tastes like Christmas.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect.
Good choice. Very good choice.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. I'm not. That's fine.
I think it'd help your cold or cough or flu or whatever.
Whatever it is.
This has invaded your being.
Yeah, I know you think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The smugness will wear off next week when I'm ill.
Yeah, it will. And I've got a couple of bottles on the go. Yes.
One of which that I'll have paid for.
Yeah, we do need to sort that out. Yeah, absolutely.
We do, but yes. I mean, if you're ropey, I'd rather you enjoyed the red wine rather than just chugged it down to make a point.
Oh, be a waste. Be a waste. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't waste your money like that. Well,
no,
but not in that context. No.
So that'll have to wait. Last week's episode ended with the promise of smug quaffing. So
it did, but it's not happening.
Do join us next week for that instead.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one. People are well used to us not doing what we said we would. It's fine.
Well, at least we acknowledged it this time. So
we often do, unless we've forgotten completely, which is
that can happen as well
quite often. But anyway,
today I was in the car. I was driving. I was having a lovely drive, actually. Just a little blast because I had to come home at lunchtime today.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it. I'm the one coughing. What is this? So
far, you've coughed more than me.
Yeah. Has the smugness started to wear off? Is the infection beginning?
Or am I transmitting it through the power of thought or
for goodness sake
internet or something?
How is this
is it now so potent you can catch it just by talking to someone over the internet?
Oh, you know why this is actually. I dropped a key off to you. You breathed near me, didn't you?
You did. You stood in our front door for about 5 minutes. Oh,
bastard!
Oh, look, I stayed halfway up the stairs. I didn't come all the way. I didn't kiss you or anything. I just,
And I am eternally grateful for that.
Oh, I think everyone is. But I didn't. Well, but it's possible if the whole house is full of it and the front door was opened to you.
Oh, the essence.
It's like that guy at the airport who opens the plane door and then they have to take him away in a wheelchair.
Oh, yes.
I forget which comedian did that routine, but
I get the
one
feeling
of them did.
It was Lee Evans.
Sounds right. Yes.
300 people's farts sealed up for 9 hours on a plane or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's right. And the bloke who opens the door gets taken away in a wheelchair.
It's such a valid point. You imagine that little waft the second that seal's broken.
Planes do have ventilation. They're not actually a sealed tube. That's a myth.
No, I'm fully aware of this. However, there's still going to be some mustiness when you open that door.
Oh, granted. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
We've all made that mistake of you go out on a night out and you know in the morning the room's going to have that ripeness to it. So you preemptively crack a window, and it still smells like the Grim Reaper's popped in.
Yeah. Yes, there is that. Yes.
So it's the same principle, really, isn't it?
It is, but you don't notice it when you're on the plane. When you sat there for 3 hours, you get used to it.
No, you're festering in it, but
whatever. Yeah.
Someone with fresh nostrils comes along and goes, wow, what have you been doing? Just shitting in a plane for 3 hours, is it?
Off to the special room. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Bloody hell.
Where he's got lavender and incense and things like that, and he's allowed to stay in there for a couple of hours.
Poor man.
How on earth did we get onto the cars?
I don't even know how we diverted to that.
You went for a little drive today. I don't know how we ended up on
that. I went for a drive today, farting in a plane. Yes.
Yeah, it's a natural progression. Yeah. You went home at lunchtime, is what you were saying.
I went home at lunchtime. That was it, because of ill children and such like. I worked at home this afternoon, so I could keep an eye on the patients and all go. However, the looking after children bit was the easy bit, as was the working bit. Fine. The difficult bit was the drive, because I set off and it was a good drive. Enjoyed that briefly.
Oh, you got in your way?
Well, I had to seriously abort a roundabout today.
Abort a roundabout?
Yeah. I was
right.
Came up to a roundabout. I was going. I was going left. It was a completely and utterly standard roundabout where you could go left, straight on, or right, or if you're really desperate, go back the way you came. So 4 exits, not a problem. Standard as you like.
Okay.
Approached the roundabout. There are the 2 lanes that split off, so that you go left lane to go left or straight on, right lane to turn right or go back on yourself. Fine. Not an issue at all.
Those are really the rules, yes.
Generally, the rules, I was turning left, positioned the car in the left lane. A car to my right decided they wanted all of the lanes. And I'm not joking. It wasn't you've encroached slightly. I had to mount the curb to avoid a crash.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. Utter bellends.
Oh, dear. That's not... Well, what's happened to the standard of driving?
Yeah, we were doing all right. Everything was going fine. And then right at the last minute, this massive spur to the left, like they really wanted to take a wide angle to go around the roundabout. And yes,
Dear, it wasn't an Arctic, presumably. It was a car.
It was a Mark II Ford Focus.
Okay. That's not a large vehicle.
No, it could fit in the lane that it required with ease, and yet arrived pretty much fully in mine.
Yeah, that's not on that. And so basically they pushed you off the road.
They did. There was, like I said, there was curb mounting. There was all of the ABS kicking in. Yes, it was all go.
Did you lean on a button?
There was leaning on the button. There was obscenities.
Yeah, I bet there was. That's not on you in Mini.
Yeah.
That's not on that.
I was angry.
Yeah. No, well, rightly so. They nearly caused an accident.
What is the problem with dickheads at the moment?
Oh, they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere.
Mm.
People have completely given up indicating on roundabouts. Completely.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't anymore.
No, it's not.
You have no idea which direction anyone's going until they're actually doing
it. Yeah. It's terrible.
It is.
And then again, as well, the same journey. You say the lack of indication. There was one in front of me driving at about 10 miles an hour, not indicating. I swear it was a corpse behind the wheel.
Yeah, that can happen.
Oh my goodness me! What a thing! It's like, this is just dangerous. Come on.
Yeah, it is. It is. Lack of speed is as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than excessive speed.
Yes. I'm really fortunate that both my grandparents, both sets of grandparents, when that time came, they had the sort of awareness to go, this isn't for me anymore.
Right, that's good. That's good, but quite unusual, I think.
Yeah. And it was sort of that long before the family stepped in. Which was a nice touch. I thought, yeah, and judging by today's exploits, that is rare.
Yeah, I think it is. But it's not. We shouldn't just leave all the blame at the older generation who can't drive either.
Oh yeah.
It's of all ages.
Yeah. No, we're not pinpointing this. It's like the other day, near where you live and near where I work now.
Yes,
we came to the bottom of. Oh, good heavens! Manteo Way. That's the
Manteo Way. Yes, and correctly pronounced. Well done.
Well, look at me go. Oh yeah, I'd bet that gets butchered.
Yeah, so much so I looked it up as to where the name comes from, and it is Manteo. So
okay, is it to do with the American twinning?
Yeah, it is. It is actually. It was the name of a Indian tribal leader.
Okay.
I forget the details now, but the correct pronunciation is Manteo. Mm-hmm. So yes, because we've heard all sorts, and I thought I'm actually looked up, find out what it is. what is it actually supposed to be.
Yeah, what's it meant to be? Yeah.
And it is Manteo. Yes, you're quite.
Okay.
It's exactly as it's spelled. But most people say Manteo.
Yeah.
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 That's, mind you, you can feel the pain. You've got a surname that people just will not get right.
Oh, I've had it all over the years. Yes.
I like that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. Yes, I complimented you on the correct pronunciation.
Oh yeah, I
Excuse
remember.
me.
There it is. That's fine. Yeah, I got to the bottom of the road there and went to turn. I was wanting to turn right to go in a homeward direction.
Mm-hmm.
There was a learner driver at the junction, and I was several cars back. And I will never, I will not ever criticize the learner driver. I will, however, criticize the teacher.
Yes, we all have to start somewhere, and
Yeah.
the way to learn is to make mistakes. So that's fine.
Yeah, and I kid you not that this maneuver involving the learner driver at the bottom of Manteo Way, took in the region of 7 minutes to unfold.
7 minutes?
To accomplish a right turn.
It's only a T junction, and quite a wide one.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah. The queue was backing up quite some way.
Yeah, well, 7 minutes is an eternity at a T junction.
I got through a lot of podcasts sat there. It was, I mean, like I said to you earlier, it's not the driver's fault.
No.
My instructor was very adamant. He said, right, well, when you're on your first sort of lessons, we go somewhere where there are no people.
Yes.
And when I am confident that you can operate a vehicle and be aware of your surroundings, we'll let you go a bit more near the general public.
That is generally how it's done, I believe. Yes, very quiet roads to begin with, whilst you get a feel for the car and yeah, like you say, become aware of your surroundings and looking in your mirrors and all that kind of stuff. And you can actually operate the vehicle without causing a hazard. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, this was ridiculous.
And if the individual happens to live somewhere where there is heavy traffic, the instructor will drive them somewhere quiet, and then they'll begin.
Yes,
that's how it worked in my day, anyway.
That's how we've all done it. But yeah, you just get the feeling that this poor learner was thrown behind a wheel and went, "There you go. It's kind of the time that everyone's leaving to work. Enjoy that."
Oh my word! Oh dear! You turn the wheel and you push the pedal. Be lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was quite far back in the traffic, so I didn't get to see which driving school it was, I'm afraid.
So you can't name and shame.
No, because the people I used would never have ever let that happen.
No. Well, the lady I used, one for the phrase, is long retired, so
it won't be
can't go with that school anymore.
No. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I just thought it was worth noting because you go right. You are correct in what you said. We've all got to start somewhere, and I agree with that entirely.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't blame the individual unless this is their third year. But that's probably unlikely.
It seems unlikely, doesn't it? I mean, the only time that comes up is, we all remember, what was it, Maureen from driving school.
Oh, my word. Yeah.
Genuinely terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, TV gold, but genuinely terrifying.
Well, yes, quite.
Yeah.
Do you think there is any validity to the theory that if you can't pass, say, within 3 goes, it's not for you?
It's an interesting concept, actually. I've been in a vehicle with someone who took 7 attempts.
Yeah. I know someone I think took 5.
They're still not confident.
No.
They've been driving for quite a few years now. And they're the only person I know to put the wrong fuel in the car as well.
I know that to be a falsehood.
Oh, what have you done?
No, it was a long time ago. Why not told you that?
No, oh, you silly, silly boy.
I did misfuel the car once, so
did you
so
drive
that statement
it, or
is
did
not
you?
True.
Oh no, I know 2 people. Did you drive it, or did you realise your mistake and at least make the process slightly easier to deal with by not starting the car?
No, I drove it. Yeah, not very far, but far enough for it to conk out.
Which way did you get it wrong?
Petrol into a diesel. You can't do it the other way around. At least not with a modern car. The nozzle doesn't fit.
Oh no, this is true. Yeah, I mean, in years gone by, yes, you could have had a little switcheroo.
On an old car, you could, but on a modern car, you can't. No.
Okay.
Any car made in the last 20 years, you can't make that mistake. So, petrol in a diesel, almost empty to full, and drove it about 5 miles until it wouldn't anymore. There was lots of smoke.
What vehicle was this?
This was the X-Type.
Oh.
Yes. I can't remember if it was pre or post all the work.
But it was still yet another build for the X-Type.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I was going to visit a customer.
Oh, even better.
I did make it to their car park, but in a cloud of smoke and some horrible noises.
Did you ignore it to go and meet the customer and then deal with it afterwards?
No, because I was going from home to the customer. I stopped on the way to get fuel because I was very low. And then I continued on my way, oblivious of what I'd done. Got I made it into their car park where I was going anyway. So no, I didn't break down by the roadside, fortunately. And I had a few hours work to do at this particular client's offices. So the car was in their car park, and I phoned RAC, who I had cover on for the X-Type.
Oh, okay.
And I described the symptoms, and the lady on the phone immediately said, "Have you recently filled up with fuel?"
Oh, bloody hell.
And I said, "Yeah, just on my way here." They were like 10 minutes ago. And she said, "Okay, have you got the receipt? Because either you've bought the wrong fuel, or, and it can happen, they've got the wrong fuel in the tanks," which does occur.
Yeah, that can happen, yeah.
But hadn't on this occasion. I looked at the receipt and realised, yes, I just put 50 quid of unleaded into my diesel.
The penny dropped.
Yes. And it was a full tank as well. It wasn't just a top-up.
Oh, you'd have got away with the top-up.
Yes, probably would. When the RAC guy came out, because they said, "Oh, we'll send you one of our misfueling units," because it happens so often. They have dedicated patrols that deal exclusively with misfueling. So do the AA.
Yeah.
So they sent one of those guys out, and he said, "Well, if you'd have only filled up, if it was only half full and you'd filled it up to full, there would kind of be enough of a mix in there that you probably would have got away with it. But because it was a full tank of the wrong, you might have destroyed your engine." Because I hadn't driven it very far, and by the time it started misbehaving, because there was enough diesel in the system for the first part of my journey, so it was fine. it was only the last little bit where it started smoking and misfiring that he said it would have been a problem, but he pumped for 2 or 3 hours, cleaned out the fuel filter and, did what he did, put some diesel in it and ran it for a while, and it was fine.
Okay.
But I never had to spend any. Well, I had to buy something off him. I forget what now. Probably a fuel filter.
Probably a fuel filter, and to top up his jerry can as well.
Yes, and for the diesel. Yes.
Yes.
And he got a free tank of unleaded out of it.
Yes. Yeah, he had some stuff sloshing around the back of the van.
Although, of course, contaminated because it was mixed with diesel. Only a little bit, but nevertheless. So yeah, it didn't seem to do any lasting damage. But yes, I did do that thing. But you know what it's like. You're going about your day. You just don't think about it, do you? And
no, especially
the other car we had at that time was petrol. And you reach for the wrong nozzle.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What a problem that is.
Happens a lot in life, yes.
Yeah.
But fortunately, it didn't do any lasting damage. And as I say, I can't remember if that was pre or post all the work I had to have done on it, but none of that was anything to do with fuel. So
no.
It's all to do with cooling. So
yeah, misfueling it doesn't cause the air conditioner to fall out.
No, it doesn't. No, I've double checked that. Yeah, it doesn't.
No, it's not a byproduct. No, you're fine.
It's not. That would be weird.
Oh dear.
So I hold my hand up. I am guilty of doing that once. Of course, it would be that poor old X-Type.
Of course, it would. That thing. Well, it was cursed, really, wasn't it?
So you can't blame that on the car, though. I did that to it. So
you did, but still, it's part and parcel of the ownership and it being a pain in the arse.
Yeah. But as we have established, I would have another one. So I clearly.
Oh yeah, you'd ruin yourself.
Glutton for punishment.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's. I mean, we joke and say, "Oh, it's what a daft thing," but it is easily done.
Your mind's just not on it, is it? You're going about your day. You're off. You're working. Your mind's on other things, and
yeah.
It just happens.
I remember an old friend of my dad who was a mechanic. He said he was getting annoyed because obviously being a mechanic, there were quite a lot of cars in and around his garage.
Yes.
And he said some grotty little shite was coming round and siphoning the petrol out of the cars.
Great.
So he said, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
So he said, I had one car there that was basically destined for the scrap heap.
I think I know what you're going to say.
So he decided to use the petrol tank, the petrol tank, which was still in the car, as a storage vessel for used brake fluid.
Ooh.
So he said, as it turned out, another evening, the crafty little shits came back. And popped the hose pipe in and decided, let's siphon some more petrol off. And he said there was a sort of splattering on the ground, followed by a pile of puke.
They were doing it manually.
Oh yeah,
not a pump.
Yeah. No, it was old school.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, used brake fluid right in the gob.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
You'll never do that again.
No.
Ever.
No, he said never had the issue after that.
No, strange. No.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah, that's how you deal with that.
That is how you deal with that correctly.
Yes.
Interestingly, when we bought our Mark II Focus, there was a receipt in the service history from RAC misfueling patrol. So somebody had misfueled that as well.
Interesting that they decided to leave it in the paperwork.
Yeah, I thought that was a bold choice. Yes. You leave that in the service history.
I was going to say that's one to gloss over and miss out, surely.
I don't think anyone needs to know about that.
No, that's not going to help its resale value.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does happen.
It does. All right, then I know 2 people who've done it.
You do. I'm surprised we haven't talked about that before.
No,
we've covered every other aspect of the ownership of that X-Type.
Yes. So who knew that it had a whole tank of petrol put in it?
It did, and it was the 2-litre diesel, so that didn't really work.
Not brilliant for it. But on to slightly different cars. A car that, in my head, was not a big seller and not at all interesting all at the same time. And yet, the past week, I've seen lots of them. And this is not a new car either by any stretch.
Okay.
Do you remember the rather odd, and why did they make it, Skoda Roomster?
I do. Yeah, I do. That is a name that rings a bell. Yes.
And I've seen it.
Call up a picture of it, but
yeah, it's. I mean, it's not going to excite you by any stretch, but
yes, there are a few of those around. Yeah,
I've seen a lot this week, and it's not the same one over and over before everyone gets all clever.
Right? Yes, you're just seeing the same one going round and round.
Different colours and different registration plates.
Oh, that is a clue. There's definitely more older cars on the road. Definitely in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
no question about it.
Well, we've spoken about this, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's just well, it's where the smart money's at, because who wants a new one? Lunatics.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, at the moment, I think there's quite a strong case for an old car. But that's interesting. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I suppose it's the sort of thing. If you just want a cheap, get around, practical thing, that's going to be all right.
Yeah, I haven't researched further, but I am assuming they're fairly cheap.
Excuse me.
It's all right. It's all right.
Let's have a look. Let's go to one of our favourite websites, shall we?
Yeah, you do that.
Right, no, not Jaguar.
No.
Defaults to that on my computer.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I posted a link in our Discord this week, which nobody's commented on.
This week has been,
Roomster, here we go. Yes, well, there's quite a few for sale. It's not popular. Okay, cheapest one is just under $2,000 for a 1.4 16 valve, 2008. So more modern than you would think.
I think that's about right.
2.5. Yeah.
I just don't remember people buying them new.
No.
The Yeti
I don't.
Lapped up.
Oh, the Yeti was everywhere. That was incredibly popular.
But the Roomster, not so much.
No, it's a funny looking thing, isn't it? It's like a budget Pokemobile.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I don't think you're far wrong, to be honest.
With that big rear window.
I mean, I don't like it. I don't want one, but it's just odd that it's the car that I've seen a hell of a lot of in the past week.
It does happen, doesn't it? It's weird how that occurs sometimes. You see something and then are you more tuned into them after seeing the first one, I wonder?
Do you think it's that? It's a bit like
yeah.
Do you think it's a bit like the GTA thing? When you're really desperately trying to find one specific car and you can't find it, yet when you do find it,
they're spawning everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. The random logic is not brilliant in GTA 5.
No, and to be fair, it was like that in GTAs of old as well.
Yeah, it was.
Just 5.
Right. If you were in a particular vehicle, they'd be everywhere. But when you wanted to find one, even if you were on foot, nowhere.
Not a chance.
No. And there were certain cars that you could never find. And yet some days you'd play it and they're just randomly everywhere. It's a weird thing that.
It is, yeah.
But, I wonder if it's what's that other car that actually is everywhere, but you don't notice it? Toyota Avensis. Absolutely everywhere. Once you tune into it, you will see them everywhere.
But if you're not, they're like stealth mobiles.
Yeah, exactly that. If you want to fly under the radar,
yeah, that's the way forward.
One of those, yeah. No one will be looking at you.
Weird, isn't it?
Yes.
I tell you what, then. Here's the thing. You know, last week I mentioned about work seeming to have some pool car IONIQ 5s.
You did, yes.
Which is fine. I've not got an update on. I've not asked anyone whether I can borrow one.
No.
However, I have what I just want to say as well. Proportion-wise, quite large, but still, I quite like it. I like the styling. I think it's a bit different, and I approve.
Yeah, I like them. There's one at the school that's always in the teacher's car park, which of course is just around the corner from your new office.
It is.
Yeah.
I thought teachers
I like
was
it.
kin.
Yeah, so did I. But there is one in the car park. So
there's a Model 3 at Edwards School in the teacher's car park.
Oh well, there you go. Mind you, early Model 3s now you can get for about 25 grand.
Okay,
prices have plummeted of used ones.
Oh. Do you think that's because they're plentiful?
Yeah, I do. And I think a lot of people gave them back when their initial finance periods were up. So I think there's a lot of them in the market.
Yeah, that's it. Probably after COVID, and everyone went, bollocks to that.
Well, they did what I did.
Just go
either sell it or give it back. Yes.
What I've done there is I've got something that sat on the driveway is costing me hundreds of pounds to do nothing.
And that is exactly what I thought. So
yes,
as sad as it was, off it went.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people did that with Model 3s. A lot of people bought them on salary sacrifice schemes, or took the sort of special offers that were around on PCPs, and I've now dumped them. And there are tons around. So you can actually pick up a Model 3 for less than half what it would have been new just a few years ago. So that will not going to claim 25 grand is a cheap car, but it's a lot more affordable than the 50 grand they are new.
Yeah. It's a bit more palatable, that, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And it's still the earlier ones are still, they're basically the same as the new ones. So
yeah, it's still fine. Yeah, it's not an issue.
So that could be where someone may have picked that up secondhand.
Oh, and you know what? I promise I will go back to the IONIQ 5 in a minute. You were talking about AA, and we were chuckling about misfueling.
We were.
The AA TV advert at present, caught it off the back of, again, as ever, watching some sort of motorsport. It's the only time I see actually.
I was going to say, that is the only time you watch television, yes.
Yeah, broadcast television, that's the only time. And in their adverts, you know what it's like where they do, they show cars, but they have to debadge because they can't be asked to pay.
Yes, quite often, yes.
Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of AA men going out to repair Model 3s.
Right.
Which is a bit
strange
odd.
That.
Yeah,
strange that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some roadside assistance going on and going, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah. That is, yeah.
I don't know who's thinking that up.
You're going to charge it? Is that what you're saying? If it's lots of people running out in them, that's quite hard to do.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just going, of all the cars you could have picked to sort of symbolise I might need assistance, a brand new electric car. Well done.
Yeah, that's really selling their services, isn't it? You say the one type of vehicle they can basically do nothing with.
No, they could probably help with a flat tyre.
Yes, they can help with that flat tyre. They could charge it. They do have charging patrols for people who run out. But it is quite hard to run out. I mean, it makes it very clear that you're going to.
Yeah, I mean, the thing where everyone gets twitchy about range anxiety is steadily becoming not a thing.
I think, and the Tesla superchargers now are open to other makes. So that was a huge wealth of chargers that if you didn't have a Tesla, you couldn't tap into that you now can.
Yes, which is unfortunate in respects where I have seen some of the fallout from the internet.
Yeah, there's been some. Yes, I'm not denying that.
No. Some of the smugness fell out.
Yeah, it did all over the floor. Yes, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it?
It's funny. Is what it is.
They have to do it because I think
it's a good source of income for Tesla.
It's a good source of income, and it's within their vision of what they're trying to be. They're trying to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable transport. Well,
exactly.
That doesn't mean you have to buy a Tesla.
No, it's in the spirit of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And Elon has said on Twitter on numerous occasions,
not if Elon on Twitter.
No, we won't go there. But before he owned it, he's always said, okay, you may not want to buy a Tesla, but please consider an electric car from another manufacturer. Have a look at Renault or have a look at, Hyundai or one of these others. But, please consider an electric car. It's, it's all in the right direction. So, but yes, some people like the exclusive little club, don't they? And they were going to get difficult when that was taken away.
Yes.
They still get it cheaper than anyone else.
Yeah, but it really has spoiled the smugness. I mean, we know what it's been like. And I know you had a Tesla, and I know you were fine. You were not the militants.
I don't think so.
No, but they are out there, I'm afraid.
Oh, they are. But they are in a lot of car cultures, aren't they? I mean, 911, anyone?
Porsche Club GB.
They invented the concept.
Oh, yeah. Yes, as we discussed, that particular owners club is a delight to deal with.
Yeah, but they're heading for stormy waters, aren't they?
Oh God, yeah,
it's coming. It's coming one of these days.
Yeah, yep. Someone needs to add some bandwidth to the internet to cope with that.
They do. The day that gets, Porsche need to coordinate that launch with some of the major infrastructure providers around the world.
Yeah, that's it. Have you boys plugged in some extra hard drives because you'll need them?
You're going to need them. We're announcing the electric 911 tomorrow. Oh, we haven't got the servers for that.
No.
Going to melt the wires.
No one's prepared for that. IONIQ 5.
IONIQ 5. Lovely. Yes.
Yeah. However, the unveiling of the IONIQ 6 makes me want to puke in my mouth.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Horrible.
It is a bit weird. It's, I like some of the individual parts of it, but as a whole, I think it looks, what's a nice way of putting it? Unbalanced.
Yes.
Yeah? We go with that?
Yeah, you're going to go with that. I just think it looks like a sloppy turd.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to be a little more constructive than that.
I was going for painting a mental image.
Yeah, you haven't. You've done it there.
But it does disappoint me a little bit because it's going to be a really good car, but what were they thinking when they drew it?
Yeah, from a technical point of view, yes, I'm sure it would be great, but the back end, if I may focus on a particular detail.
Please do.
It's like someone's described a 911 to you without you actually ever having seen one, and you've drawn it from their description. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
Yes. It's
really bad.
It's really bad. I'm just looking at pictures of it. It's actually worse than I remembered.
It's horrible.
It is, which is a shame because, as you say, it will be a really good car. It will. But it just looks like that.
It's bad.
It is. It's worse than I remembered. but it is actually worse. Even in some quite nice colours, it's worse than I remembered.
Yes, it comes back to the polishing a turd.
But interesting, it's nothing like the 5.
No.
In any way.
No, the 5's all angles, and this is all curves.
In the wrong places.
Yes.
It's like normally there's some kind of. They like to have some kind of family resemblance across a range of cars, brand identity, and all that.
All of the design language and all that. Yeah.
All surfacing and all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't bear any visual relationship to the 5 at all. The 5's brilliant.
Yes.
That is not.
That's correct. Well, we've agreed on that. Then that was easy. I didn't think you were going to fight me on that.
It's a shame. It's a real shame because that will be a really good car.
Yeah, I think that's the bit that pisses me off the most because I think not only does the 5 look quite different and as a result quite cool, it's a good underpinnings for an electric vehicle.
Yeah, they've got really good tech. And because how well priced they are, you're going to start seeing those around.
Well, we do see them around already, and as a result,
I mean the 6. But
I mean that for what it is, which is it's ultimately going to be quite a premium vehicle in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Absolutely. But what can you do?
It will still sell, but it's again they make the 5 and the 6. I do question whether the 6 will fly out of the showroom.
I'm not sure that it will.
The 5 has got quite the waiting list, as I reliably informed.
But smaller EVs are harder to come by. Once you get up into the big saloons, we're a bit more catered for.
Yeah, I just think I'm kind of hoping that Hyundai and Kia all sort of go, right, we've done the big uns. Yeah. Now we're going to go into the ultra competitive market and go, right, we'll do the smaller ones now.
Yes. Yeah. I don't see that being a particular threat to the Taycan or the Model S.
Not in the slightest.
No.
Even with its competitive pricing in comparison to the 2 that you named there, I don't even see it.
And I know those
percentage of that.
I know those 2 are kind of the top of the market, but even so, that's
I've got nothing on this, I'm afraid. I just think this is a cock up on the styling front.
You'd be better off having wobbly tech and it looking better.
Yeah.
To be honest. Because wobbly tech you can improve over time. You can't do anything about the looks.
No. I'm really all right for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. That is that's not one for us, I don't think.
No. And I'm frankly disappointed. I really am.
You'd have an MG5, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would.
Oh, and there we are. Is that it? We
there we go.
We wondered how long it'd take before that would become just buy an MG5.
There we go. Sorted it.
All done.
It was cheaper and considerably better looking.
Yes. So there you go. Is that? We'll end it on that then.
I think that's our conclusion for this week. Yeah,
that's our conclusion.
Don't buy an IONIQ 6, buy an MG5.
There you go. Just buy a slightly lesser number from a Chinese manufacturer. There you go.
Sponsor us. Sorry, what was that?
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.